Take a slow breath. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to remember. Just allow the words to move gently, like soft waves in the background. Many people feel tired in a quiet way. Not tired because of work alone, not tired because of effort alone, but tired because something inside feels stuck. You wake up each morning. You follow your routine. You do what must be done. You talk to people. You complete tasks. From the outside, life looks normal, but inside something feels heavy. It feels like you are moving, but not really going anywhere. This feeling is very common, more common than people admit. Most people hide it. They smile. They stay busy. But late at night, when everything becomes quiet, the feeling returns. A small question appears in the mind. Why am I trying so hard, yet feeling so stuck? This does not mean you are weak. It does not mean you are failing. Very often, it simply means your mind is tired of old ways of thinking. You are trying to solve new problems with old patterns, and the mind feels pressure. Let me tell you a simple story. There was a man named Adam. Adam was an ordinary person. Not rich, not famous, not special in any obvious way. But he was careful. He was responsible. He followed rules. From a young age, Adam learned something important. If you listen carefully, if you do what you are told, life will be safe. At school, he memorized lessons. He repeated answers. He avoided mistakes. Teachers praised him. They said he was a good student. Adam liked that feeling. Rules made life clear. Rules made life predictable. Later, Adam found a job. He worked hard. He arrived on time. He followed instructions. His managers trusted him. His coworkers respected him. Adam believed deeply that if he continued this way, life would stay stable. For many years, it did. Then slowly, almost quietly, things began to change. New technology entered the workplace. New systems replaced old ones. New skills became important. At first, Adam did not worry. He believed effort was enough. But one day, he was called into a meeting. The words were calm. The voices were polite. But the meaning was heavy. His role was no longer needed. Adam walked home that day with a strange feeling inside. Not anger, not sadness alone. Confusion. He had done everything right. So why did this happen? Days passed. He sent applications. He waited for replies. He checked his phone again and again. Silence answered him. At night, Adam lay awake. His thoughts moved slowly, then quickly, then slowly again. What went wrong? What should I do? What will happen next?
One night, when the room was quiet and the world felt far away, a new thought appeared. A gentle but uncomfortable thought. What if the problem is not the world, but how I think? This thought did not bring comfort, but it created space. And space is important. Most people believe problems have clear answers. They believe someone else knows the solution. But life is not like a textbook. Life changes without warning. Life removes familiar paths. Life creates situations where rules no longer work. Creative thinking is not about knowing the answer. It is about staying open when the answer is unclear. Many people feel stuck because their thinking was trained to be narrow. From childhood, we are taught to avoid mistakes. Mistakes bring embarrassment. Mistakes bring punishment. So we learn to stay safe. We learn to stay inside lines. But real life does not stay inside lines. Fear becomes quiet and powerful. Fear of being wrong. Fear of failing. Fear of looking foolish. Fear does not shout. It whispers. It says, "Do not try. Stay where you are. This is safer." But safety can slowly become a cage. Creative thinking begins not when fear disappears, but when you move gently despite it. Think of a simple moment. The electricity goes out at night. The room becomes dark. The fan stops. The silence feels uncomfortable. Some people complain. Some people feel angry, but someone lights a candle. The flame is small, but the room changes. The darkness softens. Voices slow down. the feeling shifts. The problem remains, but the experience becomes different. This is creativity, not loud, not dramatic.
Just a change in thinking. There was also a woman named Sarah. Sarah's life was full of responsibility. She worked long hours, she worried often, money was always limited, time was always short. One day, her child needed online classes. Sarah had no laptop, no internet connection, no extra money. People around her said, "There is nothing you can do." But Sarah paused. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" she asked something else. "What do I already have?" She had a basic phone, she had curiosity, she had courage. She spoke to neighbors, she shared resources, she adjusted schedules. It was not perfect, but it worked. Creativity is not perfection. Creativity is movement. Many people say, "I am not creative." But creativity is not a talent, it is a way of thinking. Every time you adapt, every time you try another way, you are being creative. Failure is not the end. Failure is information. When something does not work, it teaches you what to adjust. Creative minds listen. Slowly, something begins to change inside. You stop asking, "Why am I like this?" You start asking, "What can I try next?" This question brings calm, because now you are not trapped by one answer. You see possibilities. As you listen now, let your breathing slow. There is nothing to solve tonight, nothing to decide. Just listening, just resting.
Take another slow breath. There is still no hurry. The story continues gently, like a calm river moving forward on its own. Adam did not change his life in one day. There was no sudden success, no big moment that fixed everything. Change came slowly, quietly. At first, Adam felt uncomfortable doing nothing. Without work, his days felt empty. He felt useless. He felt lost. So he filled the silence with worry. He thought about the future, he imagined failure, he replayed old mistakes. But worry did not help him. It only made his body tired and his mind heavy. One afternoon, Adam decided to go outside. He did not plan the walk. He did not take his phone. He did not think about direction. He simply walked. At first, his thoughts were loud. They spoke all at once. They argued. They blamed. But as he kept walking, something changed. His breathing slowed. His steps became steady. His thoughts softened. He noticed small things, the sound of birds, the movement of trees, the feeling of air on his face. And in that calm moment, a new thought appeared. What if I do not need to return to the same path? This thought did not scare him. It surprised him. Adam realized something important. He had been trying to go backward, back to what was familiar, back to what felt safe. But the world had moved forward. So maybe he needed to move forward too. Not fast, not perfectly, just forward. This is how creative thinking often begins, not with answers, but with permission. Permission to explore, permission to be unsure, permission to learn slowly. Many people wait for permission from others, from family, from society, from success. But permission rarely comes from outside. It comes when you stop asking, "Is this allowed?" and start asking, "What feels possible?" Fear still visited Adam. Fear did not disappear.
Fear said, "What if you fail again? What if you waste time? What if you choose wrong?" Adam did not fight fear. He listened quietly. Then he moved anyway. This is an important lesson. Creative thinking does not mean you are never afraid. It means fear no longer controls you. Adam began trying small things, very small things. He watched short lessons online. He read slowly. He explored topics he had ignored before. Some things bored him. Some things confused him. Instead of quitting, he adjusted. He reminded himself, "I am allowed to be a beginner." This sentence changed his thinking. Pressure disappeared. Curiosity returned. Pressure says, "You must be good now." Curiosity says, "Let's see what happens." Curiosity is gentle. It does not shout. It invites. Sarah learned this too.
Her life was still busy, still full of responsibility, but she noticed something. Her problems felt heavier when she rushed, so she slowed down, not by doing less, but by thinking differently. When something went wrong, she stopped asking, "Why is everything so hard?" She asked, "What is one small step I can take?" This question made problems smaller. Small problems feel manageable. Manageable problems feel lighter. Creativity often lives in small steps. Big solutions are made of small choices. Many people believe freedom comes from big changes. A new job, a new place, a new life. Sometimes that is true, but often, freedom begins in the mind, in how you speak to yourself, in how you respond to mistakes, in how you view uncertainty. The way you talk to yourself matters deeply. If you say, "I always fail," your mind tightens. If you say, "I am learning," your mind relaxes. A relaxed mind sees options. Fear narrows thinking. Curiosity expands it. Children understand this naturally. They try things without fear of looking foolish. They fall, they laugh, they try again. Adults forget this. They want certainty. They want guarantees. But creativity lives without guarantees. It lives in experiments. An experiment does not fail. It only gives information. This idea changed Adam's behavior. He stopped seeing mistakes as proof that he was not good enough.
He saw them as lessons. Sarah felt the same shift. She stopped blaming herself for not having perfect solutions. She trusted her ability to adjust. Adjustment is strength. Life does not reward rigid thinking. Life rewards flexible minds. Change will always come. That is certain. Resisting change creates pain. Working with change creates growth. Even discomfort has meaning. Discomfort often means an old pattern is breaking. This can feel scary, but it can also feel freeing. Think about silence. At first, silence feels uncomfortable. The mind looks for noise, for distraction. But after a while, silence becomes peaceful. New ideas appear quietly. The same happens with new ways of thinking. At first, they feel strange, unstable, uncertain. Then they feel open. Technology often fills every quiet moment, but creativity needs empty space. Space to wander, space to reflect. You do not need to remove technology completely. Just create moments without it, moments where your mind can rest. Wandering is not wasting time, it is exploration. Many ideas appear when the mind is relaxed, in showers, on walks, before sleep. This is why forcing solutions rarely works. Soft focus works better. Adam noticed this. When he stopped pushing, ideas came naturally. Not all ideas were useful, but some were, and that was enough. Sarah noticed this too. When she stopped judging herself, she became more creative. Judgment tightens thinking. Kindness softens it. Be kind to your own mind. You do not need to hurry growth. You do not need to compare yourself to others. Your path is your own. Creative problem solving is not about speed.
It is about direction. A slow step forward is better than standing still. As you listen now, you may feel calmer. That is good. This calm allows understanding to settle gently. You do not need to remember every word. Your mind absorbs what it needs, like soil absorbing rain. Creative thinking is not a special moment. It is a daily practice. Asking small questions, trying small changes, accepting small mistakes. Over time, these habits reshape the mind. They build resilience. Resilience does not mean never falling. It means adjusting every time you do. Problems will still appear. Uncertainty will still exist. But now you meet them differently, with patience, with curiosity, with trust. Let your breathing slow again. There is nothing to solve right now, nothing to decide. Just rest in the idea that thinking can change. And when thinking changes, life slowly follows.
Adam continued to take small steps. Each day, he allowed himself to explore something new. Not everything worked, not everything felt right, but that was okay. He learned that progress is not measured by speed, but by persistence. Even a tiny movement forward counts. Even a small idea, when nurtured, can grow into something meaningful. Sarah noticed a similar shift in her life. She still faced challenges, but her mind felt lighter. She smiled more often, laughed more freely, and spoke to herself with patience.
Problems did not disappear, but they became less frightening. She learned to meet them with calm rather than tension. Together, Adam and Sarah discovered a rhythm. They did not rush. They did not expect perfection. They allowed the mind to wander, to explore, to rest. Ideas came slowly. Insights appeared unexpectedly, often when they least expected them. Sometimes the answers were simple, quiet, almost invisible, but they were there. One evening, Adam sat by his window, watching the sky. The sun was setting, painting the clouds in soft oranges and pinks. He realized something important. Life is not a series of moments to be conquered. Life is a flow, a gentle movement, and each moment contains something to learn.
Every small decision, every tiny step, every quiet thought matters. Sarah joined him. They sat together, not speaking at first, simply feeling the calm of the evening. Then she whispered, "I think I understand now. We have been rushing through life, looking for big answers. But the truth is, the small things are enough. Small choices, small changes, they lead us forward." Adam nodded. He understood. The pressure to do everything perfectly had been lifted. Creativity, growth, and understanding do not require grand gestures. They require patience, awareness, and gentle persistence. In the weeks that followed, both Adam and Sarah continued their slow, mindful journey. They explored hobbies they had neglected. They learned to sit quietly, observing their thoughts without judgment. They practiced curiosity instead of fear. They practiced kindness toward themselves and others. The world around them remained uncertain. Problems continued to appear, as life is never without challenges. But now, they met each moment with calm and openness. The fear that once controlled Adam no longer dictated his steps. The pressure that once weighed heavily on Sarah no longer clouded her mind.
One day, Adam reflected on how far he had come, not in wealth or fame, but in understanding. He realized he had discovered a new kind of freedom, not freedom from problems, but freedom to meet problems with clarity and calm. Sarah felt the same. Life had not become perfect, but it had become manageable. Every day felt a little lighter. Every challenge felt a little smaller. Every decision felt a little clearer. They both understood a simple truth. Life is not about rushing to the finish line. Life is about moving forward with awareness. Life is about learning to trust yourself. Life is about allowing fear to exist, but never letting it control you. As you listen now, you may feel a sense of peace settling in your mind. This is the same peace that comes when we stop pushing, stop judging, and simply allow ourselves to exist and grow. Creative thinking, mindful living, and resilience are all built quietly, gently, in the small moments. The small steps, the soft breaths, the quiet reflections, they accumulate over time. They create strength, understanding, and calm that last far longer than any sudden success or big achievement.
Adam and Sarah's journey was not extraordinary. It was ordinary, gentle, and gradual, but it was enough. It was meaningful. It was life-changing in its simplicity. And now, as you continue to listen, you too can allow your mind to rest. You too can let go of pressure, doubt, and fear. You too can move forward slowly, one small thought at a time, one small breath at a time, one gentle step at a time. This is your story as much as it is theirs. Let the calmness sink in. Let your breathing slow. Let your mind drift like a leaf on a quiet stream. There is no need to rush. No need to solve everything tonight. The journey continues, softly, peacefully, always moving forward. When you are ready to drift into deeper rest, know that your mind is capable, your curiosity is natural, and your small choices create real, lasting change. The story may be ending now, but the calm, slow journey has just begun.